what is a communist? If I ask 10 different people what that means, I'll get 10 different answers. If I ask 10 people what a capitalist is, I will get 10 different answers. It's usually a confusion issue. If we talk about things like welfare, for example, what do we all conjure up in our mind when we say welfare? We conjure up an African American living on the government, having 14 kids with a bunch of different baby mamas. But enough about Elon Musk. This is the problem with this kind of stuff. Everybody's trying to put me into a box, dude. I'm not going to fit into any kind of box because I'm a free thinker. And free thinkers don't fit into any boxes. No, if you're asking if I subscribe to Lenin or Trotsky or Stalin, no. No. I mean, as with all world historical leaders, they do manage to get occasionally a couple of things right here and there, but most of it's wrong, kind of like Marx as well. No, most of these guys get stuff wrong. And it's because they don't want free markets. They don't want hard currency. So if you wanted to look at I'm a hard currency kind of guy. In a hard currency environment, none of this stuff can exist. And that includes most landlords. True story. Because nobody would lend them any money because lending pretty much goes away. Landlords only exist because that's who I'm responding to with this particular comment. It's like landlords only exist because there's banks conjuring dollars from nothing and then lending it out at interest. And the landlords get to make a small spread on the deal. And then they act as a indemnification, as an indemnifying agent for the bankers. So because if the tenant doesn't pay rent, then they still pay the banker, right? I mean, they're just a middleman. And they don't add anything to the economy. In fact, they're a net drain to the economy because they add an unnecessary markup. An unnecessary markup on top of an already unnecessary markup with interest charged on currency conjured literally from nothing. And I speak, of course, of the U.S. dollar. The faster the U.S. dollar goes away, the better off we all are.